I think BTS's album Love Yourself Answer was the first album that I listened to every single song, and I got something from every song. I loved every song for a different reason. I think it starts so strong with Euphoria, and Jungkook is just so, like, the vocals are just so breathtaking, and I think the album just made me feel so light and happy, and like it's such a soft album. Even Yoongi took a break from rapping and decided to sing. Like, that's how we know. I think it's such, when you listen to Epiphany is my favorite song on the album, and when I heard Jin sing Epiphany at the concert, it just made me feel like, I can't even explain it. The album makes me feel so like ethereal and like heavenly, and it's so soft, and it really pushes across the message to like love yourself. It's the first time I really got that message from BTS of this self-acceptance kind of movement, and there are so many songs on this album that inspired me, like Magic Shop is a crazy one that just made me feel so good. Epiphany, even Yoongi's song, like I just feel, and there are so many fun songs on the album too, like Go Go on side B, and Pan Man. Do yourself a favor and find the BT21 stage of Pan Man. If I can find it, I'll put it down in the description. It was one of the videos that made me fall so deeply in love with BTS as a band, and I think this album was the first time I was like, okay, I'm on board, I'm really on board, because it shows such a range of musical talent, and it just makes me feel so like otherworlday, so much like one song that's not on the album that I have to credit for like the inspiration of this dress was also Butterfly. Jimin's part in Butterfly, it just gives me those ethereal, soft vibes, and that's how I wanted to design the dress, to be something maybe not so practical, but something that made me feel all like a goddess and an angel, and just feel so light and fluffy, and just but just like in Map of the Soul Persona, when Jungkook is like in hold you tight, it's so fun. In Love Yourself Answer, when Yoongi in every song just goes sugar, it's my favorite thing ever. It just, I know so many fans love that moment, but when he just goes sugar, I'm like, we stand, we love him. But yeah, I think this is easily, hands down, my favorite album by BTS, and this is, I think, my favorite dress that I made in this whole video. So I hope you guys like it, and let me know what your favorite song is on the album, and let me know which album is your favorite out of all of the albums that I took inspiration from. Thank you so much for watching, and please come back for another video at another time. I'm going to be making more of these, so I hope you enjoy them. I think Wings for me is such an important album because it was the first time that I'd ever come into contact with BTS. I remember seeing the music video for Blood, Sweat and Tears and just being so enamored by them, so absolutely in awe of them, because it was so different to anything I had seen. Like, we had like One Direction in the UK, no offense to any Directioners, but we had like One Direction, and it just was a whole new world. So I think Wings to me is, when I was looking to design this dress, it was dark, it was seductive, it was classic, it was edgy. Like Lie is, the vibes of Lie is amazing, but it was also playful and fun. Like Mama, like J-Hope, it is just like a masterpiece. So for me, I think Wings is such an important album that is oftentimes like overlooked for some of the others, and I think that's just so wrong. Like, Wings for a lot of people I think was the first introduction to BTS, and it has such a different vibe to all of the other BTS albums that I thought when I was picking albums to be inspired by, this had to be one of them. So I hope you can see it's a classic black skater dress with a kind of black velvet corset vibe. I wanted to do this because I was really inspired by Blood, Sweat and Tears, especially like Yoongi's look in Blood, Sweat and Tears with the collar. So I wanted to make sure that it had a kind of a wraparound as well as a collar, because Blood, Sweat and Tears, the fashion and the aesthetic was chef's kiss. So I hope I did it justice. You guys can let me know if you like this look. I think that Map of the Soul Persona for me was such an important album because it was actually the album that I went to the concert for. I was there that night in Wembley in London when the crowd all sang Forever We Are Young, and Jungkook cried and I cried. It was amazing. So that will always have such like an importance to me because it was the album that I actually saw them perform. So yeah, that will always be like super important. And I think, yeah, it's so fun and bubbly and fresh. And I remember when I first listened to the album and RM came in with that like banger of an intro, and I remember just thinking like, wow, he really hit it hard this time. And it just has a vibe that just gives me like, it just made me happy because it got me through such a hard time. I was just finishing uni and I just felt so like depressed, to be honest, and it just made me so happy. Like, the songs made me happy and it just made me feel good. That's what I wanted to feel when I made this dress, and when I wear it I do feel happy and it's fun and it's bubbly. And actually, although the intro and obviously Boy With Love is banger, but actually my favorite line, my favorite moment in the whole album is in Make It Right, when Jungkook goes, I can hold you tighter. What? You can what? Hold me tight, hold you tighter. Ooh, sis, I was not ready. I was not ready for that line. So yeah, and just the whole album, like Dionysus has all, when I saw them perform Dionysus with the white, when RM did the white cape, all this, and Map of the Soul Persona will just forever be such like an important album for me, and I wanted to do it such justice, and I hope I did with this dress. It makes me feel the same way that as when I listened to the album, which is what I wanted to do. I just wanted to like give that same feel, that same vibe, because it's just happy. It's just a happy song. Like, come on, you listen to you watch the music video for Boy With Love and it's just happy. It's just a happy atmosphere, a happy vibe. The boys made a happy vibe. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do with this dress. So I hope you guys feel the happy vibe too, and yeah.